What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and to my surprise and to yours, we're going to be looking at Dogecoin to US dollar, a very popular token in today's realm of things and in the world as its own. So I did decide to switch things up as VeChain actually was exploding yesterday to my surprise. And, we switched things up to Dogecoin now. But if you guys are interested, we are going to be covering Doge for another day or two. And then I am going to be looking at another cryptocurrency for review. So definitely make sure to comment down below your favorite altcoin you would like to see reviewed here on the channel. And I will be picking a new one starting Monday. So definitely make sure to comment down below your favorite crypto. Now, as for what we're going to be talking about in today's episode, we are all over the place in this market. This video might run a little long because I might have to rant just a little bit about what exactly is happening within this market. But it's absolutely incredible, and it reminds me back in 2017, back when I was in my English class, and I saw Bitcoin's price hit $20,000 in my seat. And that whole day moving forward, every single person I knew, all of my friends, we're talking about $20,000 and Bitcoin specifically. And what happened after that was quite incredible, as you guys might remember. I've been in the space for about 4 years, so I remember it specifically when it happened and what happened. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit more in today's video. Now, what's interesting is most of these markets are starting to see some very interesting figures. Now, I did find a new trend on XRP, which might actually help a lot of you guys moving forward in today's video. So definitely make sure if you have XRP to definitely check this out because I find this very interesting. And then I do have some interesting trends for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then obviously Dogecoin as a very popular topic. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's video. All right, really quickly, guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, we are going to be doing another Pro Key giveaway. I have two more of these to give away. We just did one yesterday. I found the drawing and the person just claimed it. So he is receiving his Pro Key wallet. If you guys want to receive a free Pro Key wallet, make sure to comment down below Pro Key, the word Pro Key, Prokey, as well as subscribed. You must be subscribed to the channel. And if you are currently, have been a subscriber to the channel, just continue to comment subscribed. But if you are new, definitely make sure to comment subscribe. I will be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you will not receive a free Pro Key wallet. But this is pretty cool. Definitely make sure to comment it down below. We did really, really, really well. We got 1,000 comments last time. Let's see if we can beat that in today's episode. But more importantly, to jump into today's video, yesterday's video did extremely well. 27,000 views in less than a day. This is absolutely insane. You guys are crushing it here on the channel. And I want to continue to give you guys this, sick, interesting, technical analysis in regards to what exactly is happening. So to dive into that specifically, top 10 cryptocurrencies, you can see for the most part, things are doing okay. Nothing is really standing out right now. Obviously, we have some interesting key points to look at, but Bitcoin for right now isn't really doing anything. And it hasn't been for the past couple of days. And I do want to talk about that more specifically in today's episode, as I do believe it's fairly interesting as to why this isn't happening. I've been having a keen focus on Bitcoin. It's been up on all my computers at work, as well as just, throughout my day, as well as some of these other cryptocurrencies. XRP has made a bag too. And what's interesting is it's pretty much not been talked about. When Bitcoin, XRP was at like 30 cents just a couple of weeks ago, and then it hit $1.80. That's a massive jump, over 100% gains, and not many people were talking about it except for us on the channel. The only people that really talked about, coins moving was Dogecoin, and that's to my surprise. So even though that was extremely FUD based, just like GameStop was, and we saw that thing shoot up to the sky and now immediately corrected downwards, XRP didn't do that. XRP actually shot up and is holding its value because nobody talks about it as much. And that's why it's a great investment for us. And we've been able to capitalize off that and make thousands of dollars. So I'm very surprised and very happy that we've been able to find cryptocurrencies that aren't really talked about and can actually capitalize it on our channel and our niche and our bubble and actually be able to profit off things like this. So I am keeping a lookout for other cryptocurrencies that may shoot up in value soon. But obviously, like I said, comment down below ones that you may think be the next run in the market. Now, as for other cryptos, you can actually see Doge is down almost 12% today. We have Polkadot up 8%, Litecoin up 14%, which is interesting. And that's pretty much it for the top 10 cryptocurrencies. I mean, Bitcoin Cash is up 23%. But what I want to talk about is I want to just kind of flash through all these cryptos. We have XRP here. Now you guys can clearly see the indicator that I've drawn. We have Ethereum. We have Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and then obviously the S&P 500. And I don't want to spread FUD at all. I'm really not here to spread FUD. Obviously, we talk about things on the channel to make money. That's the point, how to make money in crypto. That's what I try to do. And show you guys my journey through it and how to capitalize off these runs. Now, we've been able to, since 2017, when I first got into the market in 2017, I was not able to short cryptocurrency. I had no idea how. Until then, we've actually found ways to do so, and this has opened up a huge opportunity and a huge moneymaker for me specifically, and you guys too, if you know how to do it, to make money on a bearish or a bearish run to the downside. Now, what's interesting is back in 2017, the only way we were able to capitalize off a run is after it fell, we bought in, hoped it would shoot up, and then if we didn't get out soon enough, it would continue to pump low or dump lower. And what's interesting is we're able to now capitalize off a short opportunity, or we could scalp the market as it heads up, but we could capitalize off shorting it to the downside, which is fairly interesting. So that's what I plan on doing for some of these cryptocurrencies. Even Doge. Now, granted, I haven't really found a website where I can short Doge. I mean, there are ones like Binance where you can actually trade on it, and I haven't been able to do so. Granted that Binance is not allowed in New York, which is a pain in the butt. But maybe Robinhood is allowed to. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But check this out, guys. Dogecoin went from, I know 6 cents all the way up to, 45, but it fell all the way down to 25. And you know what's crazy to me is, yeah, maybe we'll head lower. Maybe we'll head back up. I don't know. As we talk about, after a major run to the upside, we see a huge correction to the downside, which is happening on Dogecoin right now. But what's interesting to me is a lot of people yesterday were showing me their Doge, how they made tons of money on Doge, and they were like, okay, now it's going to go to $1, which it very well could. But what's interesting is they probably are seeing the dump happen right now and selling off their position and lost a ton of money when yesterday they could have been, holding it and could have sold at a top, which is very interesting. But it literally halved itself. It fell like 50% in less than a day, which is insane to me. But that is what a pump and dump is. This is exactly what it is. We have Elon Musk, Mark Cuban talking about it. That's what the pump is going to happen to. But right now, my plan for some of these major cryptocurrencies is shorting the market as it falls. So for Bityard specifically, that's what I've been using to short markets. So my main focus is obviously coins that are covered on Bityard, which is all of these right here. These are the main cryptos, and then we have some smaller alts like here, which I'm definitely going to have to look into in the near future, because some of these might be very undervalued and we don't even realize it. But some of these I haven't even heard of. We might actually be able to capitalize off these. So I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time looking at that, analyzing that over the next couple of days, and then maybe next week we'll actually be able to talk about it. But for right now, Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum are my main focus to short it on Bityard. Now, I did link Bityard in the description down below. Definitely make sure to sign up. It is completely free to do, and they do offer a sign-up bonus. But that's what pretty much everyone has been doing. We have over 1,000 people on this platform that are trading it just from Crypto TV. So it's a huge community, and we've been able to make tons of profit shorting it. So my next goal is waiting for that short opportunity. Now to jump into this, specifically XRP. What I'm noticing about the technical analysis is over the past couple of days, we had a stair-step pattern. A lot of people were mentioning that. But what's interesting is when we hit the top resistance, we fell. And I actually bought into the market, and I posted it on the community tab on YouTube. When we fell to bottom support right here, I bought in for a very small movement, put a stop loss up, and then we capitalized off the run slowly to the upside. Immediately, we started to come back down, and it closed our position. And we only made a little bit of money because, as you know, as we move up, in price, I clear my position, I buy back in, and I set a higher stop loss than the prior one. And eventually we started to reverse downwards in a couple of hours later, and it stopped me out. And then what was interesting is immediately after that, we started to reverse downwards. Very interesting. So it seems like we have found a support. Support seems to be at $1.40 or $1.37, right around that area, which was talked about in yesterday's episode. And you can see it's still clear cut. But what's interesting is it seems like we've hit a top, which is, kind of odd to some people. A lot of people are like, oh, this is just short term. And it very well could be. Granted, take, for example, we're only looking at XRP on the 4-hour charts, which is really not a long time to be, analyzing a market. And for those people that are looking at this on the, hourly or the 15-minute or the 30 minutes, I don't even understand why you would do that unless you're, literally only day trading or within hours you're making money. Because if you go to 15-minute charts or 45-minute charts, you're only going to be able to profit off a short term. You can't go to your, bathroom and come back. You'll probably miss out on the trade because that's how quickly things move there. So that's why I'm not into that. I like to have 4 hours daily, weekly, or even monthly trades in regards to making long-term profit without actually having to be, at my computer the whole freaking day watching it like I used to do a couple of years ago. But we're seeing this lower high pattern form, and that's what's interesting to me, and I thought I would share it with you guys. This lower high pattern is forming, and we're creating lower lows and lower highs. You can see the downtrend right here. Now, what's interesting is I'm also seeing a bottom support. Now, granted, take, for example, this is only the 4-hour charts. We can't use daily, which is what I wanted to use to pretty much track this. Unfortunately, it's really not that big enough for us to look at that, so we have to look at the 4 hours and kind of base our technical analysis off of that. So we are creating these lower high patterns, we are creating these lower low patterns, and this bearish fractal is forming, and it seems like it wants to push us back down to bottom support, which is at $1.41, maybe as low as $1.36, around that key area, which we had resistance and support back in April earlier in April. It wasn't that long ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. This was a key resistance area and key support. But what's interesting is with these lower high formations, obviously we need to know a few things. If at any point we were able to close above above resistance, we would know to short the market, to buy in long. We would know if we closed above here like that, we would break the prior movements and we'd break the prior high and we'd be able to move upwards. There's a good chance. So you can see the pattern that's forming. Check this out. You can see the movements that we're seeing. So let's say, for example, we hit this and we break through here. Notice this key level on the 4-hour would be higher than the prior high and higher than the other highs, which would allow us to see, okay, reversal's broken and we're probably going to continue to head up, which on the 4-hour is very possible, but we have to spend quite a bit of time looking at that. We also could consider that there's a good chance after we hit bottom here that we're going to head back up. So really, I'm waiting on key buy-in targets. This is very short term. This is more moderate trading. It's not conservative. Conservative I prefer on daily, but as a moderate to an aggressive trader, 4 hours or less is where that is. So really what I'm waiting for is to see which direction this, candle wants to hit. If we hit this right here and close below it, I'm probably going to buy in for a small short back down to bottom support at $1.45, and that's pretty much where I'll then, clear my position, obviously creating a stop loss at this downtrend right here in case we reverse back up, and vice versa. Let's say we don't and we head lower. If we hit bottom support here, close above it, I'm going to be buying in for a long position with a stop loss at this key support level, expecting to see the markets to reverse back and hit here and maybe, take off, but we'll have a stop loss to cover ourselves and we'll just keep moving it up to capitalize off that run. So that's really my position on XRP. I think it's a very good plan. Obviously, you guys can follow along if you want. I do have a Patreon if you guys wanted to check that out. It's in the description where I post all my trades, but that's really where my main focus is on XRP. I found a small descending fractal forming on the 4-hour charts. It's a very easy pattern to find. That's why I like to wait a little bit to figure out patterns before I throw my money in, because you could lose out. And then moving on to Ethereum, you can see it seems like we had a top. Obviously, we're overbought. This is on the daily now, so switch forward. We're not looking at the 4-hour, which is a moderate to an aggressive trading platform or our trading style. We're looking at the daily now, more of a conservative style, conservative to moderate. So you can see right now we're starting to reverse lower. Very interesting. Markets are starting to dip. You can see it seems like we've hit a top. Very difficult to trade on Ethereum right now because we haven't been to these all-time highs ever before, so it's all new territory. And right now I'm just waiting. I don't want to invest into Ethereum because I don't know what's going to happen. But obviously, I don't need to invest into Ethereum because there are other cryptos doing very similar movements. Bitcoin as well is forming that movement right here. The only thing I'm noticing, and I was trying to find some sort of, bearish divergence or some sort of formation on Ethereum, but it's just not having it. You can see we keep moving these higher lows, we keep making higher highs, higher lows and higher highs, and it's just heading us up to the upside, but it seems like we might have hit a top. Now, what's interesting is on Bitcoin. This is the coin I'm spending most of my time focusing on, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Bitcoin has a bullish fractal. It's an ascending fractal, and prices are heading higher. We're creating these higher highs, as you can clearly see, and we're creating, higher highs right here, and we're creating higher lows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've pretty much confirmed this. This is my favorite chart right now on the cryptocurrencies that we like to review. Bitcoin specifically is creating these higher highs, which looks really good, and these higher lows. So there's clearly an ascending fractal forming here. Now, what's interesting is we have to now consider how are we going to go around investing into this. We do have a bottom support. I'm going to extend these up because who knows how long this is going to last. My main concern, and what's very interesting to me, is the bearish fractal that's forming, the bearish divergence that's forming. What does that mean? And I've explained this before, but we have a lot of newcomers on the channel. Notice this, and not a lot of other people are talking about this on crypto, specifically Bitcoin. We are creating lower highs. See this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time we head back up for another run. What's odd to me is each time we pump, right, the price gets higher than the prior high. The pump again. Price is higher than the prior high. But notice on the relative strength indicator, every time that pump happens, we go lower than the prior high. Notice that. Lower, 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 lower. But on here we go higher, 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 higher. Very interesting. What does that mean? Well, notice here I did pull up finally. I did some research prior. You can see a bearish divergence occurs when price continues to form higher highs, typical in a bull market that we understand that we're currently in, while your oscillator, in this case the RSI or relative strength indicator, is forming significantly lower highs, indicating weakness in the trend. We have further defined the signal as a period of diverging trends between prices and the indicator when the indicator has been making peaks in an overbought territory. If you are using RSI to look for divergences, that means that you will pay most attention to divergences that peaks above 70 or overbought. You can see exactly what this formation looks like as resulting in the downtrend below. So it seems like we're starting to capitalize off that because we peaked at 70 and then we were starting to head lower. But notice as this formed, the prices head up higher. So prices are heading up higher. The relative strength indicator is heading lower. How odd is that? There are two things that a technician can do once the divergence forms. The prices start to drop. First, it is an opportunity for long traders to be proactive about their risk control. That may mean using tighter stops, protective options, or just reviewing your portfolio to make sure you have properly diversified. Second, a bearish divergence is a great timing signal for more speculative traders to get short the market or buy put options. In either case, the signal is given an actionable information to own your profitable management. So you can see right here. So really, it's simple to identify. We notice that. We see it clearly here. And you can see, we notice that we were over 70 when we started this. We were at 88 on the relative strength indicator. The second time we came, we were at 76. The next time we were at 68, very close to being extremely overbought. So we started this in an extremely aggressive relative strength indicator, and now we're starting to reverse downwards on the RSI. This shows extreme caution right now for buying in, as we discussed in the past. So what are we going to do? Obviously, it says the disagreement in the signal occurs when the indicators are making lower highs while prices are completing higher highs. The indicator in this case is indicating that investors are becoming less bullish, and therefore the market is overextending itself or overbuying to the upside, which means there's a very big chance in potential reversal. We're not really seeing any action right now. Consider this, guys. We're not seeing any action in Bitcoin right now. Markets aren't moving. We've been trapped at $60,000 since March. It's been over a month now of just trading sideways where we haven't been able to break through that. So it's interesting to see what is the possibility. So really my plan moving forward within Bitcoin specifically is to buy in the second we see confirmation of a break below support. Now what's interesting is not only is the bottom support is lined up with the the ascending triangle, or the ascending upside right here, the bottom support of the ascending fractal. It lines up very clear. So really, my next buy-in opportunity would be at $59,000. The second we can see confirmation on Bitcoin below bottom support right here, that's the next buy-in signal for a potential short to the downside. I'm really waiting for the markets to flip. I've seen it happen before. I would not be surprised if it happens again within this market. We've seen it in 2017. It came crazy. And there's a good chance it's going to happen again, considering we've been on a major parabolic run to the upside. So I'm getting very, very, very cautious on putting in a lot of money and then just forgetting about it, because there's a good chance reversal is going to come. And now that we have the tools of the trade, which is to short, I'm getting ready to short Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies when it comes time to do so. So really, my main focus is buying in the second we see confirmation of a break below there. You can literally draw it on BitYard right here. We have a beautiful support level right here. The second we see confirmation, it's game on. The second we see the price break through these resistances, you can see the moving averages right here. We have the 5, 10, 20, and 40-day moving averages. Second we confirm a break below here, it's game on. Big short coming for these markets if it happens. I mean, I could be totally wrong. We could ping off here, close above here, and immediately see a movement like this. It is very possible. And that'll probably lower ourselves again, getting us ready to buy in for a big short. But who knows? It really depends on which direction we break. If we can ping off here, second we see a reversal, might buy into a swing to the upside, obviously putting a stop loss right here. Or if we break through bottom support, good chance for a short opportunity, and we could capitalize off the drop. That's my plan. Obviously, you guys can do what you want. But this is what I'm trying to avoid. Big crashes like this. I mean, I don't even want to go on this rant, but I've seen it so many times. Back in 2017, everyone was buying into Bitcoin. Nobody knew what they were doing, and they just kept buying it. The second they saw 20 grand, the second they saw 18, they're like, oh my God, we're going to go to 50. We're going to go to 100. And they threw their money in. And the same thing happened with Dogecoin. Dogecoin hits 25 cents. Dogecoin hits 40 cents. Guess what everyone's pumping now? $1. We're going to hit $1. Dollar. It's very possible it could happen. Maybe not as quickly as we just hit this, because that means it would now have to double again its market cap. But immediately after that, it starts to dump. People are cashing out. Now, FUD is spreading. Fear, doubt, and uncertainty, or fear, uncertainty, and doubt are starting to take over the Dogecoin, and there's a big drop coming. So we're seeing this immediate short. Yesterday, I obviously was considering buying into Doge, but I knew better not to let my emotions fool me and not to buy in, because guess what? If I bought in yesterday at 36 cents or even at 40 cents, which would have been worse, we would have immediately have seen a crash, and I would have, if I would have thrown 10 grand in, it would have been 5 grand today. Terrible. And guess what? Most people are probably selling right now, and that's what's causing this to drop even lower. So be careful buying into these. Don't fall for it. I understand it, but this is what happens. And I've learned it in the past, and it doesn't make sense to do this now. Otherwise, it's pretty much wrapping up today's video. S&P 500 looks good as well. I think we just fell even lower, 25 cents, yeah. S&P 500 looks crazy. I'm expecting an immediate reversal in this market coming on Monday. I can easily see markets dumping. This is a healthy, correction. Healthy correction right like this, where we pump all the way down. I just want to get rid of that. Just like this. We could easily hit this and then pump even higher. That's really what I'm waiting for. Big short coming. That's what I think. But I'm going to be buying more at the bottom here at 4,000 and consider these higher lows and higher highs. It looks great. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, comment pro key down below, as well as subscribed if you haven't already. And I will be doing this drawing very soon. Otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.